Hello and good morning to everybody today. I am here, obviously, to draw. Yesterday I was just doodling and then I came upon an idea for total drama alternative universe idea. I was trying to think of something that would be far enough removed from the original season, like total drama, so that if somebody just happened upon the AU, it could be interesting to them, maybe even if they didn't know the characters. So that was kind of like my brainstorm was when I was trying to come up with an AU for this. Because I really want to make more total drama reboot stuff, but I just fear that not enough people have watched it. So I'm trying to bridge that gap. And then possibly get them to watch it, if they like the AU. But the idea was like originally I was trying to figure out how to make it a goofy movie, right? Or sorry, an extremely goofy movie, because Julia's personality fits Bradley so well, but she is simply, there's just no way I could suspend my disbelief to really, really believe that Julia would be into extreme sports. She just wouldn't do that. It's just completely against her character. So I was like, no, I don't think extreme sports, but I could see her being into a sport. And then I thought softball sounded fun. So this is like a college softball AU, where they're like all freshmen, and like this is like something I made up. I don't know a lot about softball, so if you do, this is probably going to sound like nonsensical. But the idea is that there is like a training camp for the incoming softball teams for like all different whatchamacallits, what's the word I'm looking for? From all different colleges. So all their freshmen go to like a training camp before their freshman year actually starts. And they get to meet all the other freshmen, and then at the end of the summer they all do like a whatchamacallit, like a game, like a scrimmage. And it's not supposed to be competitive or serious, but in the AU they make it kind of serious. They like start betting on it or something. So basically the idea is it's an island, so it's like Total Drama Island. And all the characters will be there. It's a co-ed camp, but like they're like separated, by during the games and stuff. And like Chef and Chris will be like counselors or something. I don't know. Coaches. And then basically I have it to where I think both Julia and MK would both like request to not have a roommate, to like have a cabin by themselves. But there would be like a mix up, and then they'd have to share a cabin, and they fight like the very first night, and they like almost get kicked out of the camp, and they're like, we're not going to separate you two, you guys. This is the only place we have to house you, so you got to get along or you got to leave the camp. And they're like, damn, okay, we'll behave. And so they like start begrudgingly getting along. And then they bond over a common enemy, I think I decided. Someone's gonna like come and antagonize them, and they're gonna like, and then they're gonna like pull a prank on them. Not necessarily a prank, because I feel like it'd be more antagonistic than a prank, and they wouldn't want to take it like, they wouldn't want people to know it was them. And they'd bond over that, is what I'm thinking. And then the slow burn summer long romance would start, but they made like a bet at the beginning of the summer about which team would win the scrimmage. And then both their teams actually make it to the scrimmage. But now it's like maybe the contents of the bet are like something that they don't want to follow through with anymore, now that they actually like each other. Like maybe it was like a punishment thing, but now since the bet's off, but now since they're friends, they're like, well, I don't really want to make her do that. Then romance in there somewhere. I think the romance the dynamic I think I would go with for this is like one of them like starts being interested really quickly but keeps it to herself and doesn't tell anybody and kind of keeps it under wraps. I'm thinking that's Julia. And then the other one is like pretty obviously into them, but like they think it's like in a friend way. But then one of their friends is like, "Hey, so you guys dating?" And she's like, "Well, why would we be dating?" She's like, "What do you mean, why would you be dating?" Because you're always with each other, because you're literally all over her, because you're both the two most evil people I've ever met in my life. So I think that would be a fun dynamic to go with. It's been a while since I really came up with an AU. I'm usually trying to keep things within the bounds of the universes that I'm working in. And I was like, this sounds fun. This sounds different. And summer's coming up, and I think it always feels better to work on something that's within the season you're working on. That makes sense. Like, I tried to listen, like even with music too. I think this is a better example. Is like, I tried to listen to an album called The Mollusk by Ween, which is a band from the 90s. I think they still exist. But the Mollusk inspired a lot of the music from SpongeBob, so I wanted to listen to it. But I started listening and I was like, I need to listen to this in the summer. This is not something you listen to when it's cold. This is something you listen to hype you up during the summer. The shoes are white in the picture. Or like off-white with mud on them. So you know what we'll do is we'll go up here, grab this. Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me far away. We're not gonna think about the feet too much. But yeah, short stream today because I have plans. And I'm gonna go get some plants. And then I'm probably gonna want to plant those when I get home. So I just assumed I might not have time later today to stream. Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me far away. Wish I knew more words to that song. Sorry, just clicking a few buttons here. There we go. Okay. I wanted to add dirt. Some dirt detailing. No, that doesn't look like dirt yet. Just give me a sec. The dirt they run on is kind of red, kind of sandy. Sandy red. There we go. It's giving the essence of mud, I think. It's giving mud, I hope. It's kind of giving shit. It's kind of giving shit. Alright, let's back it up. Because I'm not sure. Does anybody make real shit anymore? Sorry. There we go. Okay, I feel like I'm buying that more as mud now. Oh, yeah, something like that. for the bat, let's just, I don't know. Red and black. Something like that might work. But yeah, I'm trying to think of teams. Like, I suppose now that I'm thinking about it, since they're on teams in Total Drama Island, I could just set them up on those teams. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Man, Julia and MK were on the same team both seasons, huh? I wasn't really thinking about that before. They just, you know, didn't connect that first season. Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me far away. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I'll just split them up by the teams that they're already on instead of making up teams, which suits me just fine. I didn't want to think about it. But that means they can't be on the same team. I literally just contradicted myself. They can't be on the same team, and they're on the same team both seasons, so that wouldn't work. I guess I could just swap 2 characters from each team. So I could swap MK with, like... Oh, I'd have to pull up the teams to remember. I'm not that good. But then who gets to be on Bowie's team? I think probably Julia should be on Bowie's team. And they could have some fun moments. Oh, look at this. That came together. I wasn't really planning on adding more than just the base colors. But let's just add just like the barest minimum of shading. How's that sound? And I'll add a little gradient in the background. Oh, gradient in the background just to make it look like I did something. Like this maybe? Nah, like that one. There we go. Nice. Okay, and we did this all in the same layer? We put that all in the same layer, nice. So we're just gonna go in with a clipping mask. And we'll just do the classic grab dark purple, put it on multiply, put the opacity down. There we go. So it looks like the light source would probably be coming from here. Sorry. Here. That's the light. Put that there as a reminder. Which means the shadows would be falling over here. I don't often do full colored pieces. I usually just get my point across and throw it out into the world. But this one, the sketch was just so already nice and neat. So I was like, oh, you know what? Sure. For fun. For funsies. And I'll turn the opacity down on this shading layer later. I just like to keep it a little dark while I'm doing it, so it's easier for me to see what I'm doing. Take me by the hand, lead me far away. I wish I knew more of that song instead of just the one part I keep singing over and over. Usually how I learn songs is I just sing the chorus over and over until I'm so annoyed with myself that I have to go look up the lyrics. And then I memorize the song. So there'd be a little shadow right there as well. Oh, I could zoom in a little instead of just leaning incredibly close to my monitor. That might be nice. I have a lot of paper habits, you know, like since I draw on paper a lot. And that's where I started drawing. I have a habit of not zooming in or moving anything, just putting my face closer to the screen. Hey, do they wear that fucking... Wait a second. In softball, do they use that stuff on your face where you draw like 2 lines on your cheeks? One second. What are those called? Softball. What is that called? I literally can't even Google that. I don't have the words to Google that. That's crazy. Just giving up on that for a second. I'll figure that out later. But could you imagine if she had like the stuff on her face right here? Like that could be really fun. Because they play in the sun, and that's just stuff's just supposed to take the sun off your eyes. Just adding a little shadow behind the eyes to make them look a little more sunken into the face. Again, right now she kind of looks like I'm making her a raccoon, but once I turn the opacity down, it'll be fine. Oh, this is turning out so fun. And then I'm gonna do Julia next. I gotta go find a reference image for her, though. I was thinking of putting a tiny little cartoon Julia in the background, like staring. Just a little shadow here. Oh, actually, if the sun's coming from right there, I suppose the shadow would be more like this. And then we could connect right here, and then kind of come down like that. I think that might work. And if it doesn't, we'll erase it and try again. There we go. Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me far away. That looks bad. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Let's try something like that. Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me far away. There we go. Something right there. Right here. A little bit of that. One of these. A couple of those. And not done, but that's how the quote goes. Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me far away. Maybe something like that. Yeah. Go. We can probably just throw this whole back leg in shadow, actually. Oh. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. Okay. Thought I messed everything up there. But I didn't. Add a little shout out to the bat as well while we're here. Oh, yeah, okay, let's turn that down. See what it did. Nice, subtle, what I was going for. I think that's good. Okay. Now that that's good, let me come. Oh, Didn't mean to do that. Oh, didn't mean to do that. And I'll erase this part up here. Now maybe I'll draw Julia on the same page. So let me go get a reference image again. So we're looking softball poses. Images. Oh yeah, we got poses here. Okay. Trying to decide which one reminds me of her. But I'm also looking for a full body pose. That's the other thing I have to be looking for. Let's see, this one. Oh, I don't know. It's a little boring. And I'd like both the arms to kind of be out. This one is a little like, I just don't like the silhouette, maybe. I found the pose I used for the last one. Wonder if it has any good suggestions under that. Oh, this one's not bad. I don't know though. Very indecisive with reference images. I should always pick them out beforehand, but I don't. I always hope that maybe if I'm live, I will make a decision faster. Because I need to. Let's see here. Oh, dude. Oh no, I found a picture of... This would have been perfect. Maybe I'll grab that and use it later. 1 second. I think I like this pose. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use this one before I spend even longer trying to find a good reference image. Okay. Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me far away. Let's put her on one layer. All right. Get rid of that. Make... Where's that image? Where's that? Oh, I put it way up here for some reason. Okay, let's fix that. We're gonna make it bigger. Looks very similar to the pose I used for MK. But you know, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. I just needed another full body shot. Oh. That's fine. I was gonna say, MK is a little too tall if we're gonna put... Hello, William. How are we doing today? Welcome in. First chat. Just still working. I don't remember if you were here. I feel bad when I can't remember who I was talking to, but I just don't have a very good memory like that. But if you were here yesterday, you know I was working on this softball AU for Total Drama Island. MK's finished. And now we're going to draw Julia. I have to make her smaller if I'm going to put Julia on the screen because she's short. And that's part of their appeal is the height difference, you see? Again, another day stream for that long. I have an outing today at noon. But I wanted to make sure to get my time in. I'm getting plants at the store. And so I'm probably going to want to garden the rest of the day after that. If weather permitting. 'Tis raining currently. Alright, let me draw this pose. Doing great. Conveniently just finished a break. Nice. Nice. Oh, this is the first time I'm making a drawing today. I hope my hand will agree with that decision. Okay, hand. Just me when I'm stubborn and don't want to warm up. Fine. Fine. Alright. Let's just go to this page and doodle here for a second. Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me far away. Something like that might work. And then we'll add in a little nose. Well, we'll try to make it a little more accurate to the show. And pull face down like that. Very nice, very nice. But yeah, still working on this AU. Just something fun to poke at right now. I know I should work on an animatic soon, but you know, it'll happen. Sometimes I just need to get other ideas out of my head before I can do the work I'm supposed to do. Later. See ya. Oh wait, are you saying later like I'm leaving, or are you commenting on the way I said later? Yeah. I can articulate my words really well when I want to, but when I don't want to, I'm not the best pronunciator. I remember my first job, I got so fucking roasted. There was 2 Amandas, and one of them was Amanda W. Now I said it fine there, but when I'm not thinking about how I'm saying it, I say W. So I'm over the mic, and someone's like, "Do you know where Amanda is?" And I'm like, "Amanda W." And fucking like a chorus of grown adults laughing at my teenage ass. W. Go fuck yourself, dude. Not you, them. They're like, leave me alone, okay? Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me far away. It was a reaction. It was okay. Nah, you're good. I know you're not jibing me. You're good. I think it's about time for me to rewatch the Total Drama reboot. You know, hey William, since you're here, let me ask you. I've been thinking about doing some non-drawing streams. Not all the time, just sometimes. I was thinking, what's it called? I was thinking about watch parties, and I was thinking about video games. I recently, and by recently I mean yesterday, bought Slay the Spire 2, and it is very, very fun. Dangerously fun. And I was like, this could be fun to play while chatting with you guys. Not a bad idea. What are you planning for? Ooh, yeah, watch party. Sometimes I recommend you guys stuff, but I'm like, I could just watch it with you. Like, I wouldn't mind rewatching it. That's how I feel with Total Drama Island. Because I'm like, I should just show you guys Total Drama Island. We could just watch it together, and we can make the comments all together. And I mean, again, it's not like this channel's monetized, so it's not like, I care if they, fucking take the money from the video that I'm not making. So I feel like I could get away with it. Video games are a good idea. Just a standard. Yeah, they're standard. I figured, well, this is pretty standard too, just someone drawing and chatting. I don't know. I actually don't watch a lot of live streams. I'll like pop in every once in a while. But usually the people, like, I'll follow them, but a lot of times they just do like one live stream every once in a while and their channels for like other things. I catch Ludwig's live streams every once in a while, but they're just so fucking long, and sometimes it's very far between things I'm interested in happening, so I'm a clip watcher. Oh really? That's funny. You don't watch that many live streams either. Yeah, there's like some people, like when I see their live, I'll hop in and just like say hi and stuff. Like Athena P. I don't know if you follow Athena P. She makes like commentary. I don't know who I started drawing here. I started drawing random person. Athena P makes like funny cartoon commentary videos. Why did I mention her? What was I fucking talking about? Oh yeah, whenever I see her live, I'll go in there and say hi and whatnot. She's pretty good with interacting with people too. Oh dude, actually the most fun I've had on a live stream probably ever was her playing Toontown fan games. Dude, I should tell her that. I should put that in the comments so she knows that I enjoyed that, or somebody out there enjoyed that. Because she seemed like she was having a pretty good time. And I was mad vibing. Like, that was such a good chat. That was such a fun time. No, I know a bunch of people who do live streams often. No, I don't know anybody like that. I see, yeah. No, yeah, Athena P is really funny. No, that's the end of the sentence. I mean, just a good old YouTuber. Hard working. She really puts a lot of effort into her videos, and I appreciate the gusto. But like literally, I would not play it. Like, it's not like I don't want to play a Toontown fan game. It's just that I would never think of that. Like, I would never be sitting by myself and be like, I want to play a Toontown fan game. But like, it was so much. It was one of those games that I feel like is so elevated by having people to, like, play with or talk to while you're playing. Because when you're playing, I feel like a game like that by yourself, there's always a moment where you're like, this game's for kids. Like, I'm an adult. This game's way too easy for me. And there's, like, funny parts, but it's like, who are you going to tell, yourself? But when there's someone there, you're like, oh my god, look at this fucking stupid-ass thing. I don't know. Something about it. I'm trying to think of a title for this file. I'll just write MK Ulia softball doodles. MK Ulia softball doodles. Boom. Oh, Helen Hasbin, welcome back. Oh, look, you changed your profile picture back. I saw it was Sarah for a bit. Thank you. I'm enjoying these doodles too. I should do more just doodle streams. Like, cause I really just enjoy a good sketchy sketch. Good sketchy sketch. There are a bunch of really good games for kids. No, there are a lot of really good games for kids. I think it's just the difficulty factor sometimes is not hard enough to keep me entertained. Like I'll just play for like a little bit and be like, "Oh, this was fun to look at. This was like eye candy or like brain candy, you know?" I guess most games are made for kids. Welcome back to the broadcast. How did you know it was Sarah? I think I saw it in my when I looked at my notifications one day, you had a comment and I saw that your profile picture was changed to Sarah. Did you know Lego City Undercover? I know Lego makes a lot of really good games. I personally have not played a lot of them, especially since childhood. We were not a Lego family, so I just haven't been exposed to a lot of Lego media. But we had like Lego Batman or one of those like super classic ones. And I'd watch my brothers play it and it looked fun. But I know Lego they make good movies, they make good games. They're a quality company, so I don't doubt that that's a good game. Looking back over. They made I think 2 or 3 Lego Scooby-Doo movies, which I really enjoyed because of their unique characterizations. Like they really like kind of went off on their own like ideas of what the characters could be and how they could interact. Like the one movie that I really remember, I'm not sure if I've seen all of them, but there's one where basically Daphne. Oh, I just started drawing and not looking at my reference. Oops. Oops, I hate when I do that. Where basically Daphne and Shaggy are like the fun, cool people of the group. And everybody knows it. And Fred and Velma are like the two that are actually like the nerds that are really into mystery solving. And I thought that was a fun dynamic to have. And then during the movie, Fred and Velma are like hanging out together, trying to figure out how to be cooler, how to come off cooler. And that's like it was a fun little thing they did. I really enjoyed it. There we go. Looking back over. Very interesting original mix of genres. And pretty funny. Last time I was here, Vox was here. Yeah, Vox isn't always here. Vox is here pretty often, though. It's just that I don't stream at the exact same time every day, so not everybody can always be here. I tried. I really tried to get a stream schedule down for you guys, but, like, literally the first few days of me doing it was torture. I'm like, I just need to be able to do this when I have the time. Just need to do it. It's not even that I always feel like doing it when I open up a stream either. It's not about like I just don't feel like it right now. It's just like something about committing to a really specific time to do something that really has no business not being flexible. I think is just like, I don't know. I think this is a better system for me personally. Probably not for chat though, unfortunately, because you can't expect the same people to be able to make it if I'm not doing it at the same time. Because everyone's on different schedules and time zones and whatnot. Lego City Undercover. Never heard of that one. I'm going to look that up. Maybe I'll look up a Let's Play. I beat the game 2 times once there was a kid. Once as a kid. Oh, nice. Nah, there's no need for a schedule. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Well, people ask a lot. They ask if I have a stream schedule. And by a lot, I just mean every once in a while. So I was like, oh, maybe I could try to get them one, but I just don't think it's for me. So she has this pulled pretty close to her chest, but I just feel like that makes a pretty not fun silhouette. So I'm thinking maybe we Imagine if she was just holding it down here and it was kind of resting. She's got the mitt on. The mitt is like this. Oof. Yeah, imagine if it was just like this. I think the mitt comes up to like here. Comes out and down. That'll make more sense later. Let's flip it. Oh, pretty balanced pose, actually. Pretty balanced pose so far. Feet are not on the page, but we will fix that later. We'll do the feet last when we adjust it. And let's pull this down. It's probably gonna come out to right there-ish. And then we have a shoulder. Looking back over here again. Don't wash me again. Feet are off the page, descending into hell, always. I never make room for the feet. That's one of my other weaknesses on digital that I do a lot better on paper, is somehow on paper I get the proportions a lot better, and I don't know if it's because I know I can't resize it. Or if it's just because the paper is not as slippery. I don't know if I've ever been able to fully adjust to how slippery a screen is compared to paper. I used to actually draw almost everything, including my animatics. I used to draw them on paper and then take pictures, email them to myself from my phone, and then download them on my computer and put them all in the frames and redo them in the frames. Because I would literally spend so much time erasing and undoing in digital that somehow that actually saved me time. Okay, let's look at this hand real quick. It's coming pretty much out straight like this, and then the base of the hand is going to come do like this thing, and then the fingers are coming out here. Boom, 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 boom. Just buy that for a second. Oh, nope, nope. Okay, one second. Boom, bam, boom. Yeah, I think that'll work. Flip it around. Something's wrong here. Remember not to get it perfect right now. It's just the sketch. We can fix it in the next step. It's just the sketch. We can fix it in the next step. Oh, that arm's like so fucked up though. We're erasing the whole arm. We're erasing the whole arm. I like the blood on my uniform. Damn. What are y'all laughing about? That arm sucks. Alright, sit back for a second. Take a little breath in and out. Other than that arm that I just erased, sketch's going well though. Sketch going pretty well. Ooh, gigantic stretch. Okay, cool. Alright. It's arm surgery. Cut the entire arm off. It's problematic. Problematic arm. Cut it off. We'll give you a new one. What the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's... Oh, I gotta go grab my phone. I was charging my phone because it was at 1%, but I need to go see if anybody texted me, like my friend who is picking me up in 2 hours. Ooh, 2 hours seems so close to right now. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I got my phone. Let's see over here. That's what he did. But I ripped mine off. Yeah. Rip your arm. Literally. Turn into the fucking puppet from Sesame Street there for a second. You know, that's how Ernie from Sesame Street laughs. He goes... It's very funny. I always multi-step my drawings. Yeah. It's pretty rare that I forget something. So it's pretty rare that I forget something. Yep. You know, I don't mind forgetting things. I try to... I dropped something. 1 second, sorry. I'm really one of those people where I'm like the flaws really make the artwork for me. And sometimes it's hard for me to appreciate in the moment, or in like the first few months after I finish something or an artwork. But it's something that I really like in other people's artwork. And so I try to appreciate it in my own. It's just the little mistakes that make artwork human. I don't have space for legs. I notice. If I don't have space for legs, I notice it early. Yeah, no, again, like if I'm drawing on paper, I notice pretty fast if the things are getting out of hand. But for some reason when I'm drawing here, and again, I don't know if it's the slipperiness of the screen. I don't know if it's the... I don't know. But things just get out of control. I've ended up with some long-ass legs before. Now I have a prosthetic one. Yes. Oh, look, it's Vox. Vox, they were asking for you earlier. Oh, cool. Now the crew is all here. Gang's all here. Welcome back, Showdown. On paper, I do, too. Vox. Hi. Your Vox is here, XD. It's especially funny out of context because, you know, they fucking... Dude, imagine, what's it called? Imagine Vox and Loot in a room together. Like, let alone getting along. Like, imagine what kind of conversation they would even have. It's funny to have a room full of has-been stuff while I'm drawing an AU for... I'm not good with words today, guys. Some days I just don't have it. Some days the words just are not coming to me. Total Drama Island. Total Softball Island is what we're working on, actually. Okay, let me actually lock in on this arm real quick. Let me actually think about what I'm doing and draw it in proportion to the other arm. Looks like it's at like kind of this angle. Okay. And then kind of goes up like this. We have one plane right here. Then the palm is coming up right here. We're going to see the fingers and the tips of the fingers going like this. Maybe even in the drawing we can draw that in, even though we can't see it in the reference. We have a thumb coming up like this. Alright, there we go. See, all I needed was a few breaths. A little time to think about it. And that's passable for the sketch. Okay, nice. Now let's make this a little smaller. Probably just gonna say hi right now. Learning Lalu. Lau. Luau. Luau. Learning Luau? I wonder if I got that right. Well, you're good. No problem. Hello. Hello and goodbye. Never. There wasn't any development between those two, yeah. Oh, nice. AFK. Well, good luck in there. Back. That was quick. Okay, let's try to get this the right size so she can be all on screen at once. I like that I have... maybe she should be a catcher. That's actually way... Okay, I need to learn a little more about softball before I continue writing this AU. I think I'm going to have to learn maybe just the basics of softball. But... oh, I had a point. But it would actually make sense for Julia to be the catcher because the catcher wears that huge helmet, right? And my thing about Julia in sports is Julia's like super vain to the point of not doing things because she's worried to like age her. Which is not like a good character trait, but it's a core character trait of hers. So I was trying to figure out how she would even be into sports. But there's a lot of adulation that comes to sports. And there's, I don't know, takes all types. But, if she can be the catcher, because the catcher wears that gigantic helmet to cover their face. So that's like the only position you're guaranteed to not hurt your face. Oh, nice. So I can exterminate. Learning Luau. It's a programming language branched off of Lua, used in Roblox. Oh. Okay. Dang. Y'all know stuff. Alright, well go off. Keep learning that stuff. I love learning. There's one thing about me, it's I love learning. Do I love learning institutions? No. Do I love learning? Yes. Still made it a little too big for the page. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore trees. Oh, 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 dream a little dream of me. Say nighty-night and kiss me. Do-do, do-do. Just hold me tight and tell me you miss me. So while I'm alone and blue as can be, dream a little dream of me. There we go. That looks like the right size-ish. I think I keep switching... yeah, I think I keep switching back and forth between the pencil brush and the G pen. That's fun. Hold me tight and tell me you miss me. It was made for Roblox. Experience are exclusive. Yeah, it was made for Roblox. Experience are exclusively written in it, as well as some engine code. That's so cool. I don't know a lot about Roblox, but it's cool that they can even do stuff like that. I just don't even like... I have like the very not even base knowledge of like coding or stuff like that. So it sounds cool. Otherwise, Roblox is fundamentally C++. In the past, they prided themselves very much about how they managed to make a very performant interface between C++ and Luau. Okay, so C++ is another different programming language that you can use. That they did you fundamentally C++. Oh, okay, so it is a lot like C++, which is a different programming language. let's add the nose in here before I get too far. I was gonna say the eyes might have gotten too big, but the eyes are pretty big. Like, that's just how the eyes are. I think I have a habit of making eyes too small sometimes because I'm just like, that's big. Nose, not my favorite part of this. They're pretty different, actually. Okay, okay. The biggest difference is that C++ is compiled code to executable before shipping, and that Luau is interpreted. Executable interprets and runs code at runtime. Okay, so the first one is code turns executable before shipping. Okay, so you can execute it before you ship it to something. And the other one is executable interprets and runs code at runtime. So this one, instead of executable before shipping, this one interprets and runs at runtime. So you have to ship it first, is what I'm guessing. I'm piecing this together. I'm getting there. Oh, you know what I'm not getting is this nose. Let's flip the image. Flip the image, Kronk! There we go. Something like that might work. And if it doesn't, I will fix it in the next stage. Get my reference image back, which you guys can't see because it is on the other side of the screen where all the stuff is. And Julia's got this one big piece of bang. Oh, that's right. She's not just going to have her hair down because she's playing softball. So I looked it up in softball. The reason she's not wearing her beanie and she's wearing this headband is because I looked it up, and in softball you're only allowed to wear like build hats, visors, and these headbands. So I'm thinking, flip the image, Kronk. Wrong image. I forgot what I was saying. I think I realized something, but then I unrealized it. Frick. But oh yeah. So she must have been thoroughly devastated hearing the rule. Literally, she has yet to be seen without her hat. And I don't think they're making a third season. They could maybe still, like, they're still in the air, but they're probably not gonna make a third season. But like literally, she's never taken off the hat. So like, she would have been. Like, it was even one of the things where, like, when I found out you couldn't wear beanies in softball, I was kind of like, would she even play softball if she couldn't wear her beanie? But I was like, let's just change it for the sake of the story to a headband. Fair enough. But Julia needs to have her hair up. I think we're still going to leave her iconic bang part down, because I just don't think it's recognizable very well without it. Oh, let me grab the red for the hair. So the bang part is still going to be down here. I can't see her wearing a headband like that. But she's going to have a helmet on. What do those people wear under the helmets? Realization, unrealization, re-remembrance, repeat. And that's literally my life. But what do they wear under softball helmets? Okay, softball catcher. Softball catcher. Catcher. Okay. Now I just need an image where they take the helmet off. What's under the helmet? What's under the helmet? Somebody, please. What do they wear, like a special hat? Okay. It looks like a lot of the women's softball catchers have their hair back in braids or these like big chunky hair thing. I'll show you. So it's either that they have it in braids like this, or they have it in these chunky sectioned off ponytails, which I do like, but I feel like between the two, Julia definitely wears a braid. Probably even a French braid, but I'm not drawing a fucking French braid. Are you kidding me? No, I'm kidding. I'd probably just draw like a regular braid anyway. But let's draw her bang part first. So it does come over one of her eyes. I never do it because it bothers me, because I would never have my hair in front of my eyes like that, even if my hair was that long. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right this time. Okay, so there's her little bangs part. And then her other little piece of hair over here. And it would kind of go like, that looks like shit. That looks bad. Okay, well, let's think again. Okay. Think again. Alright, so she had her little bangs thing here. Let's try to make it a little thinner than how I made it in the first place. You know what? She could... Let me just try this first. Let's try just putting this here. Giving her an ear. Revolutionary. I know. Fix the jawline a little. Okay. And then, what if we threw her braid over her shoulder? And what if it was like a really thick braid? Okay, well, let's try that again. Just a placeholder braid to see how I like it. Don't need to think about it too much. It's just that she looks not like herself without that bang piece. So could I maybe get it in over here? It's not that I hate how this looks, it just is not giving Julia to me right now. Actually, I'm gonna be building a map while watching. That's literally so fun. Enjoy. I don't hate that. But could it be better? I wish I had drawn that on a different frame so I could just make it invisible and try again. I feel like this might work. Nah. I like the idea, but I think we can execute it better. So let's try this again. Okay, could we possibly maybe get the braid over the other shoulder? I feel like it's gonna look weird. How does this look? Where'd my music go? Oh, I just made it too quiet. There we go. What time is it? 10:30. Let me double check my texts. Okay. Yep. Gonna need to be wrapping this up probably in the next 30 minutes. No, literally that was how the music was. It was at like that percentage volume. Okay, so I don't hate this either, but again, it's just not reading as Julia to me. So let's add her bangs in, because I think that's the only thing that's going to keep it looking like her. Just making sure we have that bang piece correct. Okay. And I mean, we could just have her hair down. We could just say, fuck it to realism. Let's just have her hair down. Is the music too loud now? Is it insane now? I'll wait for your answer before I keep adjusting. Yeah, we'll just keep her hair down. And maybe it'll be like a joke that no one knows how her hair stays nice when she wears that helmet. I don't hear anything, not a bit. Oh, shit. Okay. You gotta be hearing it now, though, right? And let's use blue to make the uniform. Something like this. And a line down the side. Going good, I think. Yeah, let's pull this one in a little more. Maybe we'll pull it out a little more. figure that when we get to it. Nice, okay. We have music. This leg got a little big. Oh, we'll fix it. Free transform. Yeah, that looks alright. Draw the sleeves. Okay. Now, I think her head is too big. And I mean, everybody knows that about her, but yeah, I mean, literally, her head is too big. Let's see how big it is compared. Yeah, there we go. Right there. Yeah, I think that's good. And let's outline that glove a little bit so I'll remember when I come back to this. Alright, let's flip it around, see if it's unbalanced. Pretty balanced. Alright, nice. Nice, it's coming along. We'll fix it in post. Amputation 2. The beheading strikes again. Literally. Literally, we beheaded her. Big stretch. Okay. And when I got out, there was a funny story about amputation. I was treated in a hospital once, and when I got out, there was a bunch of paperwork. I'm pretty sure they confused me with somebody. Oh, dang. That's a pretty serious mistake. So, I think how I'm gonna wrap this up is by deciding the teams for softball. I did that thing again where instead of saying good morning, I just start in the middle of a thought to someone. Good morning. Someone should have taught me manners. Okay, let's see here. Total drama reboot. I'm gonna decide on the teams for the softball, like the colleges, basically. I'm just gonna circle them in different colors so I know who's gonna be on whose team. Because it was the paperwork, it listed that my leg got amputated, which it wasn't. Yeah, it's a pretty big mix-up. All right. Let's grab red. So, MK's team will be circled in red. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 characters, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 characters. Evenly split between men and women. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay. So when you pick 3 girls to be on MK's team, I think Scary Girl would be fun. I'm gonna go with Julia goes to like a rich school. So I'm gonna try to pick the people for her school that I think would be like rich people. So I think Axel will probably also be on MK's team. I know these are like powerhouses, but that's kind of the point. Like MK's school is supposed to be like expected to go like to be last, but they actually have some surprising powerhouses. And who else? Probably Millie. I don't really like Millie that much, though. I'd like her to be on the other team because I also would like her to be with Priya because they're kind of a package duo. Which leaves me with either Nichelle or Emma. I feel like Emma could be interesting plot device. Scary Girl, Team Scary. Other spooky dudes only spooky for a month, but a real spooky boy spooky all year round. Spittin'. Okay, then we need to pick 4 men to be on her team as well. Now, originally I was going to put Bowie and Raj on different teams, but I'm going to put them on the same team. And the reason is just because Julia and MK are already a cross-team romance, and I just think that's enough. You know, it would take away from the specialness, like the interestingness of that situation if we had 2 of those things going on, even in the background. So these 2 are going to be on the same team, which of course means that he has to be on their team. Which means that leaves us with Caleb, Z, Chase, Damien, and Ripper. I think Damien, Z, Z. I hate to say it, I think Ripper has to be on this team. He had to be on somebody's team. And, dude, does Chase have to be on this team too? Man, well, the guy team sucks, except for Damien. And Z. Okay, I guess it only half sucks. Okay. So, that's the one team, and since there's only 2 teams, that automatically picks the other team for us. Very conveniently. Okay, I gotta pick a color I can actually see here. There we go. So these guys are all on Julia's team. Or, you know, the girls are on her team, but they all go to the same college. So I'm actually also gonna come through and just... I'm gonna circle the ones that are actually on the team that we're paying attention to. The other ones are just background. Okay, so I'll highlight them in green, and I'll highlight the other ones in blue. Julia's team in blue. So the people that will be interacting with Julia the most outside of MK will be Nichelle, Millie, and Priya, which is interesting. It's definitely an interesting group for sure. And then MK, other than Julia, will be interacting with Emma, Axel, and Scary Girl. Which is actually kind of cool because Emma's also an influencer, so Emma could give her some like bad advice about how to get close to another influencer, because Emma sometimes is not very good, how do I put, she doesn't give good advice. I don't think she's very smart sometimes, but doesn't mean she's a bad character. But so that could be fun. It's funny that they put two blonde influencers in the same show. They're like, they're different genres of influencer, though. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, those are fun dynamics. Okay. I gotta get ready. I gotta leave and get ready to go do things outside the house. Fun things, but things nonetheless. So, William, it's been fun hanging out. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Enjoy making your map. I hope it goes well. And I will catch you in a new stream. I'm glad it was fun. Awesome. I'm glad, dude. Sometimes I'm sitting here, I'm like, is this entertaining? Is this entertaining, people? So I'm